Cows win, cows win. Report to the principal's office right now. Ooh. Man, Fush checking in. I'm feeling good. Listen, I'm going to put this tweet on the screen. Before we get to anything, you guys make sure you follow me. I'm going to put this tweet on the screen. I said the CeeDee Lamb will make up for that drop. What a football game. So, recapping early, I could just tell, I just have this inkling when I'm looking at offensive and defensive line play. I just have an inkling when I can just tell that an offensive line just can't block us up front and they can't get any movement. And although Saquon Barkley ended up having that long run, I think in the third quarter, he was averaging like 3 yards a carry. They were trying to do dump off passes. Let me turn this fan off, y'all. They were trying to do dump off passes and, anything they could to kind of get him going as far as just get him the ball in space. Let me change the battery real quick, y'all. All right. I don't even know where I left off at, but I'm in such a good mood because Dallas got a huge, huge win. And when you think about how the game started off, that's what I was talking about, the offensive line, defensive line. The way that D-Law was screaming off that edge and just how we were getting penetration and stopping the run and the pass and everybody doing their job and just playing for each other, I knew that the Giants weren't going to be able to win this game. And then when you see the run game, when you see Zeke, that touchdown that Zeke had, report to the principal's office, y'all. That long run that Tony had, a couple long runs that Tony had, report to the principal's office. Now, I owe Noah Brown and I owe Kellen Moore. Kellen called a great game. Noah Brown is playing out of his mind. And CeeDee is going to get it together. Jalen Tolbert had a good catch. Tough division game on the road, so it's cool. But the most impressive person on this football field was Tyler Smith, period. I know he had a few penalties, but Tyler Smith in the run game is out of sight. You rush for 174 tonight. You don't do that with anybody else, not even Tyron Smith at tackle. I mean that. He's mauling people. He's getting around, whipping around on screens. He took 2 people out in one play. Tyler Smith is a freak. Do you hear me? He's a freak. He is a strong, young man who once he gets next level, you're out to play. You're erased out to play. Would you want to be a team right now with Joe Blow off the street as a swing tackle, or just end up throwing an offensive line together like Washington? Offensive line is horrendous. Some of these other teams that are injury away, or would you want to have your answer at left tackle? This is why I was so adamant and why I felt so good when Dallas drafted him. Hey, if you wanted to kick him in the guard, kick him in the guard. But you see the play strength. You look on the other side of the ball, you see Evan Neal, he looks pathetic. And I don't know if that's coaching. I don't know if he's just that bad, but he just looked awful. Like, he looked awful. And so, I lost my voice to yelling to scream because obviously the refs were bad in the whole nine, but Kellen has found some things in the run game that when I go back and dive in the film, I'm going to say, wow. Because I saw it live, but when I really look at it, oh man. Kellen has found some things in the run game, and it was cool to see Peters and Tyler Smith on the same side lining up. Now, we have to talk about this defense. DeMarcus Lawrence, 3 sacks. Micah Parsons getting chipped, getting held, getting hung around the neck. He had the big pressure. He's going to open up things for players. Dorrance Armstrong with a big block punt, with a big sack. Diggs with the interception. Like, teams have to account for 11. They can't send that many guys in routes. You can't go 4 wide. You get what I'm saying to you? There's certain things that you just can't do. Can't go 10 personnel with Micah Parsons on the field. If you don't have 2 bookend tackles, and how many teams have 2 bookend tackles that really want to guard 11 and check 11 one-on-one? And now, Micah was sick tonight. And he still played out. He played lights out. I think that this defense is definitely going to finish top 10, top 7 easily and it was just fun to watch. I think the tackling outside of one drive, I think the tackling was outstanding. The tackling was outstanding. You know, this was a fun game because while the Cooper Rush controversy is going to get started up, there's no way that I'm putting Cooper Rush in over Dak. You know, there's no way. Honestly, there's literally no way that I'm putting Cooper Rush in over Dak as a full-time starter. I know that he played good tonight. I know this, that, and the third, but we're not gonna do that. Now, let's get to CeeDee Lamb. I put the tweet up in the beginning when he had the big drop, and that was definitely a touchdown, and it was a huge momentum shifter, more or less. A play that obviously we needed. And then, you know, coming out of half, it hurt seeing Saquon, you know, make the play that he made because you're like, dang, we've really been stopping him. But then what does CeeDee Lamb do? He atones for his sins. And I'm, you know, kind of watching the highlights. Boom. He atoned for his sins. He atones for the mistake that he made. It wasn't the one-handed, left-handed catch. And he really finished 8 for 87. It wasn't that. To me, it was the play before when he ran the dude over. Like, that's the CeeDee Lamb that I thought, that's the CeeDee Lamb that I know he could be. So, Zeke had a big game. Zeke, 15 rushes, 73 yards, man. Tony, like, they got a true two-headed monster. And, you know, guys, it's going to be fun because I think the Dallas is the best team in this division. I can't wait to talk about film. I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to get this video out to you guys. Cows win. Cooper Gold Rush again. Stymies the Giants, but game ball goes to this defense. Just completely had this offensive line off balance. You got more than one rushman. Sam Williams was out there. You see Dorrance Armstrong out there making plays. This is going to be a fun. This team, clean the penalties up. This is going to be a fun team, y'all. You get your quarterback back. You get Michael Gallup back. I like us. It's your boy Foots. Peace.